What's up, guys? It's Vladis Baranovskis' not Gem Knight deck for once.
Not Gem Knight.
The fabled Gem Knight player is decided to take a break from it. And what are you playing instead?
I'm playing a different fusion deck. I'm playing a Lunalight deck with the new Lunalight cards from the Legendary Duel set.
This man just hates the meta, but he loves having
fun. I hate the meta, but I love having fun.
Right, okay, so we'll just get into this profile because why not?
So so it's a Lunalight deck. This was like built to blind stack and just like OTK your opponent. So it's like a bit degenerate, but like whatever. The cards are really cool.
Yeah, fair.
So starting off with 3 copies of Lunalight Armageddon Knight. This card's absolutely mental. This card has more effects than Armageddon Knight, and it's searchable off tanky. So basically what this card does, it sends a Lunalight from deck or extra as a cost, and then the effect is that it can be treated as the name of that monster for fusion summon this turn, while the Cloud Check is face up on the field. If Cloud Check is sent to your graveyard by a card effect, you can target a polymerization in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And then has another effect for some reason, where if Cloud Check is banished, you can activate the effect, and your opponent can activate cards or effects into battle phase this turn. Which is just crazy. Like, all those effects are just insane. The only hard once per turn effect is adding polymerization from your graveyard to your hand for some reason. So the sending from deck or extra to grave isn't a hard once per turn, so it's like absolutely mental. This is like the best card in the deck. Other than the 3 copies of Lunalight Tiger, the other best card in the deck. There's just a lot of like just insane cards in this deck. So Lunalight Tiger is a penal monster. You never use its you never summon it. You use a scale effect, which is you target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard, you splash summon it, and it can't attack. And its effects are negated, and it's destroyed during the end phase of this turn. Important to note, since this sends its cost, it completely gets around Tiger's effect negation part, so it's just crazy. And then if Lunalight Tiger is destroyed on the field by battle or card effect, you can target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard and splash summon it. That affects a hard once per turn. The scale effect isn't. There's a running theme.
The important thing is that even though it's a monster effect, if it's destroyed in scale...
Yeah, exactly. I'll trigger just like Plush Fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Lunalight Plush Fire. That's the same skill as well. Whoa, crazy. And it's a light.
Weird.
So Luna Light. But this is a Luna Dark. It's a dark monster. It's not a light.
It's weird because like the scales are lights.
Yeah, and everything else is dark.
Yeah.
And then the other scale we play is 2 copies of Lunalight Miracle Fusion. So this card is a scale. So once on the scale, you can't pendulum summon except Lunalight monsters, which doesn't really matter. Scale 1, so it's like next with Tiger, each pendulum summon everything from your hand, except himself, because he's all 6. But so once per turn, you can banish. You can fusion summon it by banishing materials from your field or graveyard, which is insane. Just because of Cloud Check being able to cheap out Leo Dancer, which is the win condition of his deck, by like banishing Panther from your graveyard. It's just crazy. And then its monster effect is while it's on the field, your Lunalight monsters gain piercing, so it's fine. This card's just like mental, but I don't think you really want to play 3. You can break with it, but seeing 2 means that you don't lose to cards like Ghost Ogre. It's just like more ancient cards, which is like fine.
It's also not a hard once per turn as well.
It's not a hard once per turn either, so you can use 2 in 1 turn, which can come up. And then I'm playing 2 copies of a new card, Lunalight Yellow Martin. So this card's one of the craziest like cards in this deck, although as if like these cards weren't already crazy. So basically, this is what like ties the deck together essentially. So if this card's in the hand or graveyard, you can target a Lunalight card you control, return to the hand, and if you do, you splash summon Yellow Martin to the graveyard, but it gets banished when it leaves the field. This effect's absolutely crazy, just because of being able to abuse Tiger is just crazy. You just get to keep using it, the Tiger. And then it's Zephyros, yeah. And then it's not once per turn either. So that affects a hard once per turn. Oh, both effects are hard once per turn. So if Yellow Martin's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, so it wouldn't get its effect if you send off Cloud Check, it's a cost. But if you fuse with it, essentially, you get to add a Lunalight spell trap from deck to hand, which is also just crazy because there's a new Lunalight spell. There's 2 new Lunalight cards that you can search off this, which are just both equally crazy. So yeah, this card's like insane. But you don't really want to draw it because you can just send off Cloud Check, so that's fine.
Yeah, you can always access
and then like 2 is just in case. So if when it gets banished from the field, you kind of don't have enough follow-up if you don't have another copy of this in your deck, so it's like just fine to run 2. And also just like drawing it is like fine most of the time as long as the rest of your hand's fine as well. So
if you draw like a handful of like Lunalights along with the pendulum scale, it's going to get punished.
Yeah, it also comes up for Cobbled Grip too.
He's going to only banish them.
To play 2 though, rather.
5 saves.
Then I'm playing another one of the new ones, 2 Emerald Bird. So if this card's no more special summoned,
We'll see.
You send a Lunalight card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, you draw a card. Which is really good. It's just a solid effect. It triggers Yellow Martin because sending from hand to graveyard is an effect. So you just get to search for Lunalight spell trap if you discard a Martin.
Yes, I do.
Or if you discard Cloud Trick, you add back Polymerization from your grave. And if Emerald bursts into the graveyard by a card effect, you can summon a Lunalight monster from your graveyard or a banish pile, which is just crazy. And then you can only use each effect once per turn. I'm only running 2 because there's just a bit too many normal summons in the deck. But if you do draw it, it's just fine because it's another card we play in the deck. And it's just nice because you can just like poly with this, bring back your guys. It's super efficient. Another level 4, which is good. Then I'm running 2 copies of Black Sheep. Discard it, add a Polymerization from deck to hand, or discard it to add a Lunalight from your graveyard to your hand. Or if Black Sheep is used as a fusion material, you can add a Lunalight monster that's in your graveyard or your face-up extra deck and add it to your hand, which is just absolutely crazy because you can add back Tiger and stuff from your extra deck and just like, keep going. So yeah, this card's just good. Even adding Polymerization is good. So then one of the older ones as well, like Black Sheep. I'm playing 1 copy of Purple Butterfly and 1 Blue Cat. So Purple Butterfly is like really good because so basically you can send it from the hand or face up on the field to graveyard to target a Lunalight monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack into the end of turn. But the really nice part about this card is that you can banish it from the graveyard to summon a Lunalight monster from your hand. So you can send this off of cards like Kaleido Trick and then banish it to summon like another like Lunalight monster from your hand, like Emerald Bird, or another copy of Chick or thanks, Darren. Yeah, and there's also being able to boost up your fusion monster, just mental, because your Leo Dancer is just 4/5, which attacks for 9k. Cool. And then Blue Cat is basically, if it's special summon, you target a Lunalight monster you control. And then its attack just gets doubled for the turn, which is just absolutely mental. You just like summon this off of Purple Butterfly, you boost up your Leo Dancer to 7,000 attack points, which is a funny number. And yeah, you should kill them. Alternatively, the ultimate combo is sending this from hand to grave, boosting this up by 1,000, so it's on 4/5, and then boosting this up to 9,000 attack points. Yeah, and then it has another effect where if it's destroyed on the field by battle or card effect, you can summon any Lunalight from your deck, which is like also a really nice effect. You can just like crash into stuff if you drew it. Yeah, and that's all the Lunalights I play. Then I'm playing one Shaddoll Dragon because I'm playing a Lunalight engine. Shaddoll engine rather. This is meant to be the last card in the monsters, I don't know like how it got put here. And then 3 Gammas and a driver for hand traps. Hand traps are good. Don't want to lose to Rongo, I guess, with only 3 hand traps in the main. So then for spells, shoutouts to Gramps, Redacted. Yeah, 3 tankies. This card's just mental, it's just Rhoda. Set off Tiger King too. 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods and 3 copies of Lunalight Perfume. So if you notice, there's 9 copies of Reinforcement the Army in this deck, essentially. Yeah, Lunalight Perfume is just crazy. So Lunalight Perfume is, so when you activate it, you target Lunalight monster in your graveyard and you special summon it. Cool. And its second effect is banish it from the graveyard, discard a card, and then search a Lunalight monster. Doesn't say once per turn anywhere on the cards, which is a bit silly. This card is just crazy. You just like use this to reborn a guy, banish it, discard another copy of his stuff in hands.
And you can use the same 30%
Yeah, exactly.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just like so much consistency.
Yeah.
And this card's just super powerful too, just being able to reborn a guy. And then playing Kaleido Chick especially, essentially. 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion, we're blinding second, we're killing our opponents. We don't care about them. And also the nice thing about this is it triggers cards like this, and this. Because so Black Sheep triggers because it was sent to the graveyard for fusion material. This is sent to the graveyard by card effect, so it gets its effect, and this gets sent to the graveyard, so you've reborn a guy. You don't actually want to send this off of the Lunalight, the Shaddoll Fusion, because then you can't special them for us to turn to the window. But it's still like a nice option to have if you're like trying to go for game and like it's like just there. This card's just crazy. Just get your engine rolling. And then 1 copy of Foolish Burial, just to send Yellow Martin and other stuff. Then another new card, 1 Lunalight Fusion. This card is basically just Shaddoll Fusion, but you can only use up to 1 Lunalight monster from your deck, or your extract, which is the best part about this card, because it means you can just like, if you have this and like 2 Lunalight monsters, and your opponent has just say a Shizuku, you just activate this, plop this down from your extract, and you summon towers, and the striker player just cries himself to sleep. So yeah, this card is mental, and it's just searchable off of the Yellow Martin. So that means if you activate Shaddoll Fusion, you get another copy of Shaddoll Fusion from deck to hand, which is just crazy as well. Then I'm playing 1 Polymerization because you can just search it off of Black Sheep and drawing multiples is not very good. And since that like Black Sheep's so searchable in deck, I don't really find it mandatory. Yeah, I don't really find it like too worrying to play like more copies of this. You also have like Lunalight Fusion, which can just also act as a poly, so it's like just fine. Then triple Cobble Grave, because we don't want to lose to Ash on our Perfume, we don't want to lose to cards control. We don't we just no hand traps. And the last card in the deck is a trap card, Lunalight Serenade Dance, another new card from the Legend Duel set. So you're probably wondering, wow, this is a blind second deck. Where are you playing trap cards? And well, read this card, right? So this card, you just banish it from the graveyard, you plop down a card from your hand to the graveyard, and then you summon a Lunalight monster from your deck. Which is just crazy. I haven't read this card's actual effect, like the on-field one. You just like discard this. Like there's no other utility. I think both of its on-field effects are just trash. You also never want to set cards anyway, unless you're popping with Firefighting Dromedal, which you're playing the extra deck. But yeah, this card's just crazy because there's another Foolish Burial gets target, and you can also discard it for your cards like Perfume and whatever. And it's just like extra like redundant consistency, and it's also good to send off of goods against a Colossus because you can't search. So you just send this instead, and you just get the Collider Chick on every deck. So it's like it's nice, like it's nice to just be able to like play around stuff with this like extra utility. And this card's just like insanely good. Yeah. You can also switch off Yellow Martin if you need to, which is like nice. Unfortunately, can't add Perfume off of Martin because for some reason, right, there's a space between Lunalight Perfume. Annoying. If you could search this off of Martin. Don't talk to me. So for the extra deck, we're playing 2 copies of Lunalight Dancer because you can actually summon both. So for anyone that doesn't know what this card does, whilst on the field, it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Fun and interactive. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Fun and interactive. Once prepared to end the damage step, if this card attacked the monster, you can destroy all special monsters your opponent controls. If I do read that correctly, that is game. Then 1 copy of Lunalight Saber Dancer, another like new card from the set. So this requires. The other thing is like this requires Panther Dancer and 2 Lunalight monsters to make, which you never actually make the Panther Dancer, so it's fine. You're just cheating this out. So Saber Dancer is just any 3 Lunalight monsters. It has 3,000 attack, 2,600 defense. And yeah, it just can't be targeted by opponent's card effects. It can still be destroyed by opponent's card effects. It doesn't really matter too much. It also gains 200 attack for each Beast Warrior in your banished and graveyard. Sorry, both players' graveyards and banished. So this card just becomes really huge really quickly. And another cool part about it is during your main phase, except the turn it was sent there. So for whatever reason, this is the only card where it says except during the turn it was sent there. But for good reason. This card's like it has such a powerful effect. So you can banish it from the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, and you can target a fusion monster you control, any fusion monster, and then it gets boosted by 3,000. So if you go first, you can like send this off your extract turn 1 and then set up plays, and on turn 2 you just make a 13k attack point Leo Dancer with like blue guys, crazy. And then 1 Panther Dancer. You never actually make this the actual way. I haven't read this card. I think it's terrible, but it's just there to send off of Collider Chick to make this. And then I'm playing 1 Cat Dancer. This is just a generic like Lunalight fusion. It's just 2 Lunalight monsters. It comes up like most of the time.
Just in case you ever actually read Panther Dancer and you want to make it, you can send
it. Like if you want to go the route of like going this Kaleido Chick, add this, add back Poly for this, and then somehow get another Poly.
Then you're fine.
And then the Black Sheep.
Yeah. And then the last fusion monster plays El Shaddoll Winda because Shaddoll Fusion. Cool. This card's insane against Alter, guys, because your opponent can't resolve multi-faker in your turn, XD. And then for Link monsters, I'm playing 1 other Block Taker, because this plus Leo Dancer is exactly 8,000 damage, which is crisp. 1 Amber Phoenix, because it's one of the best Link 2s ever. Just kidding, this is the best Link 2 ever. Dromedal, right, this card's a rare, and you're like, oh, this is a super rare from the same set, this card's superior, and then you read this, and you're like, oh wow, this is way better than Phoenix, because it's better arrows. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know what this card does, you're living under a rock, or you just haven't bothered to read this card because it's terrible. Fair enough. So basically, since we're going second, this card's a lot better. So basically, you can target a spell trap, both players control and destroy them. Why is that important? Well, you can destroy this just by setting in this popping of Drumadal. You can pop like a dead perfume, and you can also pop your Tiger in the scale to get its effect to reborn a guy. So it's just like infinite amounts of monster reborn in your deck. And the materials for it is really cool. So it's 2 Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast monsters. So you can actually play this in like variety of decks, I guess, if you want to. If you want to play Harpies, like lame. And also has so it gains 100 attack for each Beast Warrior in the field as well, which is like nice. And then also, if it destroys a monster by battle, you can add a Beast Warrior Wing Beast that's banished or in your graveyard and add it to your hand, which is like a nice effect. It never actually happens, but it's like just nice to be there. Then I'm playing 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Summon Sorceress, 1 Borrowed Dragon. This card's not meant to be.
The other really cool thing about the Drumadal is that it works as a thing for Summon Sorceress because
it's a Beast Warrior. That's important. Yeah. So this is generic stuff. Summon Sorceress really cool in this deck because you can summon a Kaleido Chick and just pay cost with it. Just send a guy from the grave. And then Borlow, just outing generic stuff. You don't really need Boral Sword in this deck because you can summon 2 of them.
Exactly. You've enough OTK potential anyway. So.
Yeah, like you don't really need Boral Sword, but if you want to flex on your opponent, you just like play Boral Sword 2, just put like 50k damage on the board.
That's fair.
And then I'm playing like a few XYZs, so I'm playing Bujin, Tei, Kaigatsuchi. Requires 2 Beast Warriors, you just mill 5 on summon. A bunch of your cards trigger when they're sent through gear by card effect, and also milling cards like Perfumer good, milling the Dragon even. It's actually kind of cool because you just pop back.
Just mill a bunch of Lunalights, then have the Wolf to just like fuse with.
Yeah, then you just Wolf and just kill them. And then Tiger King, because it's thank you from the deck. If you're wondering what happens, there's Tiger King. I don't know either. I just found out locals and just needed one. So like,
it's also really relevant against stuff like Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, so the crazy part about this card is you just attach material against this, from this card, and you just negate everything on the field that's not a Beast Warrior. So basically, you're staring down like Colossus, you're like, you can't search me.
It's like you set your tanky, it's like whatever do I do? It's like, oh wait, negate.
Yeah, so thankfully the sets tank, so since I set the tanky from the deck, you can just flex on your opponent by going set tanky, activate the effect, and you just flip the tanky right in their face. And then you just watch them squirm as their Colossus is like turned into magical 2,600 attack vanillas that get blown up by the towers.
Yeah,
Lunalight towers. We out here. So yeah, that's my extra deck. That's probably not 15 cards.
Probably not, but like
6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm stupid.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't count.
Put it in a cherry target or something.
Yeah, just put in a guy.
Yeah, okay, why not?
Put in a link, Karibo.
Any last comments you want to make about the deck?
This is, please do not look up Lunalight plus Rule 34 in the same Google search. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you very much. We do not want any furry stuff in the comments.
Oh, shout outs to Darren Stevenson. He's
gay.
Subscribe to Darren Stevenson on YouTube.
Also, shout outs to the team Hero Kids and Complexity Card Gaming on complexitycardgaming.com.
Do you remember any of the sponsors?
Oh yeah, shout outs to Games Island, Custom Playmat, Card Market, Junks Playground, JPG is Junks Playground. Silly.
You got it. You got it. I don't know why I'm showing this off.
I think I've already named them all. Oh, Ultimate Card 2.
There you go.
Shout out to Ultimate Card. There
you go.
I like Ultimate Card.
Yes. This isn't even a CCG video, but
yeah, it's not. But like, might as well.
Yeah. Now it is. I better get ad revenue off this then. Okay. Right, okay. Thank you very much, guys, and we're here at Saturday.